Welcome to the Iron Horse Hobbies print shop for our Tinkercad series. Join us as we explore the ins and outs of this powerful software. We'll be starting with simple projects like the Switchman Shanty, where I'll be showing you all the bells and whistles and how to use all the tools, working our way up in complexity to something advanced like a truss-through bridge. And I'll be doing these live so you can follow along step by step, and at the end of the video you'll have your own completed model at home ready to go. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced user, we're going to have something in this playlist for everyone.
Let's get ready to rumble! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome to the Iron Horse Route, home of the Denver and Rio Grand Western. This is Brian. I'm glad you're here, and if you're not already a subscriber, I want to encourage you to subscribe, because when you're a subscriber here, you get access to a lot of great model railroad video uploads. And so now that you're subscribed, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video upload, which is coming up right now. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Iron Horse Model Railroad. As I said, we're glad to have you here with us. This is episode 2 of our Tinkercad series. I think we've got about 32 episodes scheduled so far, all things that are structures and stuff that are applicable to the model railroad mainly, and but they'll fit for any dioramas or anything like that. Today we're going to be doing a Gambrel barn. We're going to do several barns in the series, but this is a relatively simple Gambrel barn. We'll probably do a more difficult Gambrel barn later. We're going to be doing a prairie barn, a monitor barn as well. I know that. The prairie barn will come last because that's pretty big. And so what we did first is we went ahead and constructed this. And so what we're going to do is, by the end of this video, we are hoping to have reproduced this step by step so you can have this model on your Tinkercad deck and 3D print it if you would desire. All right. And so we didn't do anything really difficult. The door is fixed closed. This door will be fixed closed for now, but we can make these both functional if we want to. All right, we're not going to do that in this video, but we will have the option to be able to do this. This model doesn't have a floor because a barn typically does not. All right. And so we could put a floor in there if we wanted to and make this in kit form, but we're going to be able to make this probably print in just a few pieces. All right. I'm thinking that the way that I designed this slope, it should be able to print whole, and that'll save you some time and effort. And then should be able to print this hole as well. All right. You have to come back in with a brush and do your white and everything. Or you can pull all this white off and lay it down and then glue it on. And that might be a video a little bit down the road, though, because I got to show you how to do some cutouts and stuff. You'll do a few of them in here, but there's a bunch to do if we're going to do that. And I'm not sure we'll have time in this episode. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy. Let's get this out of here. And we'll move this over here. And the dimensions are 70 by 105 by 60. If we go to our scale conversion calculator, I want to show you that 120 inches or 10 feet is 35 millimeters. And so, and then we're in HO scale. I should have said that. We're doing this in HO scale right now. And so if 10 feet is 35 millimeters, we are 20 by 30 by about, I would say 18 maybe. And so what we're going to do is we're going to bring us a red block in just like that. And we're going to match the size here. Again, that's 70, 105, and 60. So we come here, click the model here. We're going to go 70, press enter. Click in the 20, we'll go 105 and press enter. And we'll click the top one. And I'm scrolling back on the mouse wheel And now I'm holding that mouse wheel down. Look here. Now, wherever I point is where I'm going to zoom. 60. All right, there we go. Now we need to do a few things. And we're going to hollow this guy out first. So let's click him, and we're going to come right here to the duplicate and repeat button, and then we're going to click the hole. All right. Now I'm pushing the scroll wheel down. All right. I'm going to change this one, this one, this one, and this one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I did it by 3 each before, because this is HO scale. And so I want to be able to scale it down to N, and that'd give me about just under 2 millimeter wall. And then if we go to Z, we're even going to be closer to about 1.25. So we don't want to make these walls in HO too thin. If you're going to scale it in HO just specifically for you, you could make this a little thinner if you wanted to. I'm going to subtract everything by 3. 102, enter. Here, 67, enter. Then I'm going to get this black dot in the middle here. And I'm going to go 99, enter. And then this one over here, 64, enter. Now I want to click the transparent one. I want to pick it up a little bit, and then I'll grab this cone, left click, drag down, and then I'm just going to select them both by dragging over all of them and group. All right, let me see. Uh-oh. Good morning. How you doing? It's good to see you. Did you ever upload that video? I don't have the chat up over here. Why is that not coming up? All right. Yeah, I went over and checked out one of them, and I didn't see that one there yet, but I'll go back over and look at it because I do want to see that. I think I got your message back, though. You said that you are exhausted when you got done and didn't have it fixed. Yeah, we're making a Gambrel barn today. I thought a barn would be cool to do right now. And this is going to be a really simple one, pretty much. And so one cool thing about barns is there's like several of them that are really neat to do, and they really increase with complexity. And so I kind of got excited about them a little bit. There's a one I'm going to do a ways from now called a prairie barn, and that one looks really cool. But that's a couple part series, I would think. But thank you for coming in today. I appreciate you. And I am going to have to go over there and check out that video because I do want to see it. And I'm glad you joined me. It's good to have somebody in here with me. So yeah, here it is. And so what I've got it designed. What I'm hoping, Rick, is that I want to make this where it's printable. So what I'm thinking is that, see, on a Gambrel roof, I would have normally angled this a little bit further. But the reason I didn't is because I think that this is going to be able to be printed whole just like this. And I haven't tested it. I just didn't have time. But I think it is because I didn't over angle it. And so that's going to make it really, really simple. And then what you'll be able to do basically is just print this in 2 pieces if you wanted to. You could print all of this and all of this and just set it on top. You'd have to come in with a brush or tape, an airbrush or whatever. But I was telling them at the beginning too, you could pull all this white stuff off and lay it down and print it in white. Right? Then you could print this in red, you could print this in gray, and you wouldn't even have to paint. The when you pull all this stuff off, though, all the white off, you cut little indentions out of the red, so you got seats for them to sit, and that can take a minute to show folks how to do. So, well, let's get back to here where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a rectangle, and our rectangle is 70 by 105 by 60, and we're gonna make cuts in our roof now, and we're going to do these little indentions on the side of the building. I really think they kind of add some character to the model, and when you do print this, it does look good, especially in our scale sizes from like 3 feet. It really looks good. So we're going to go ahead and take a little time to do that. This takes a minute. And if you're a super beginner and you don't want to cut these little pieces out because it's going to be kind of taxing process here in a minute, you can just watch for a second. I didn't do this until the very end earlier, and it still looked good. All right, so let's get over here. So let's go ahead and do that now. It'd probably be easiest while the model's whole. If you'll bring one of these transparent boxes over, and I want you to click on the width and make it 10. And then I want you to just click on the top of this and just make sure it's taller than the model. Over here on the bottom right, you have a yes, sir, it is. Now, Rick, you can tint resin though, but it's a pain, because you gotta change VAT every time and all that stuff. But yeah, you can tint the resin. I've got some brown tint for my T scale, like Uncle Digger's Cabin and stuff like that are all solid brown. I would go ahead and print those in brown for people because that saves them a whole lot of painting and trouble. Down here on the snap grid, I want you to change this to 0.5. And the reason being is we're going to go right up against our model here. And see, once you're flush, you see a little, I'm going to go back. You see, I just hit there. You see the blue disappeared. And then once that blue disappears, I want you to hit it one more time. Oh, I think I hit the wrong button. Hit it one more time. And that way you're in there half of a millimeter. I don't even know if that's going to be enough. I don't think I went in there half a millimeter. There you go. Make sure you got a little shadow there. All right. And now what we got to do is we're going to have to kind of be creative with spacing. And so I'm going to go over here again and let's change it to 5. And then hit duplicate and press the right arrow 1, 2, 3 times. Then I want you to hit duplicate, duplicate, and duplicate. All right. I didn't like how that turned out. So I'm going to do undo, 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 undo. Let's go back to the 2. Okay. Let's click back here. So I changed the snap grid to 2. And I'm going to go to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And then I'm going to hit duplicate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Duplicate, duplicate. All right. That looks a little better. But I'm going to change this to 1. I'm going to click this one and move left 1. I'm going to click this one and move left 2. I'm going to click this one and move left 3. And I'm going to click this one and move left 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you can see, we've got an even progression, and we want that. So we're going to go here, shift, shift, hold shift, hold shift, hold shift. We're going to duplicate and hit the front arrow so we can move these to the other side. All right, now click your transparent box, hold shift, hold shift, hold shift, hold shift, click the red box. You should have 6 shapes, click group. Yes, see? All right, we have this over here now. I want you to click here, 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 here. Duplicate and bring a set over here for the side. Click here, shift, here, shift, shift, shift. Change your snap grid to 0.5. 1. We're going to move in until we see it hit. All right. We're in there. We see it in the shadow. Left click. Excuse me. Hold shift. Click the red dot, the red box. You should have 6 now. All right. Group. And we've cut this one out now. You see? Making that wood panel look. Come over here. Click. Hold shift. Hold shift. Hold shift. Hold shift. Grab your rotational arrow. Left click. Hold down. We're going to spin it exactly 90. Let's move in. All right. Once you see the shadows, click off. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Duplicate. Left arrow. All right. Not crazy about that, but I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Probably shouldn't have done that. We'll do undo, undo, my bad. All right. See, what I'm not happy with is I don't have a corner post here. So let's maybe slide this one in a little. Undo. Here's a strategy we can use. Let's click this here and come in here. All right. Now, click this. Click, hold shift here, 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 here. Holding shift here. Duplicate and use your front arrow to move these all the way over here. Hold shift on your keyboard, click the red box, and click group. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Undo. Okay. I had the wrong thing grabbed. Here, hold shift. Here, here, here. Uh-oh, here, 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 and group. All right, there we go. Come over here. 1, hold shift. And let's come in. There we go. Hold shift. And there you go. All right. Now we got our wooden plank look. All right. Which is going to make it look really good when you print it. All right. So now we're going to do our cutouts for the roof eaves. And we're going to do these, the top 2 at 15 and these bottom 2 at 40. So we'll bring a block out here. And we need to make sure that it's wider than the model, longer than the model. And Let's make it 10. And this part here can be 60. All right. Let's bring this up to 60, which is the height of our model. Now, our first one, as I said, I want you to grab this and we're going to go to 15. All right, once you're at 15, I want you to select it. And then I want you to duplicate. Now I want you to come to the mirror button. And then we're looking for the right arrow. Use your right arrow to move this model here because we want it to stay perfectly level. And we want to come make sure that we are on the point, and we are. Once you've got them together right, I want you to hold shift where you got them both selected, and I want you to group them together. Once they're grouped together, I want you to click one of them, hold shift and click your barn, and then I want you to click the align button. Now we're going to center them. Okay. All right. Now our roof's centered. Let's scroll in, and we just want to come to the eave. Hold shift, click your barn, and group. Now, repeat out here. Would we have this as 100? I can't remember. 100. Make this wider than the model. Let's go 10. Up. All right. Now we're going to go to, let's get this over here for you. All right. Now click it, and we're going to go to 40 this time. All right. Just like last time, we will duplicate, mirror, and click the right hand side. We'll use our arrow to keep it level. And we want to come over here and see that we're right. Okay. Click one, hold shift, click the other, and group. Click the grouped eaves, hold shift, click the model. Click align, click center. Click the eaves, grab your cone, and we're going to drop down until we match the eave. All right. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I didn't make these fat enough. They're sticking out. My bad. It seems like I'd know what I was doing, but I didn't remember that. So I'm going to have to undo, 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 undo. Click here. Let's go 25. Here, back to 40. Here, and duplicate. Mirror, and to the right hand side. All right. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Now we'll move to the right. till we match up. We'll hold shift here and make sure we got both of them. We do, and we're going to group them. All right. We're going to hold shift and click the model, and then we're going to click align and center. We're going to click here and use the cones to drop down till we make the roof eave, right? We're going to go up because we're messing up right there. There we go. Let's go to what do you think? Let's go to 3 and see what that looks like. Hold shift. And your height could be determined differently, but I don't like how that turned out. I'm going to click undo. And here, let's see, what did I do differently here? I didn't bring it down as far. I think I was at 5. All right, there, hold shift. Let's do it at 5. Yeah, that's better. All right. Now, let's see what we want to do next. Let's go ahead and do the roof, y'all. All right, so we're going to need to bring out a rectangle. Let's change it to gray. Get a sip of water. All right, we're going to change it to gray. And I have these at 115 wide. So let's go here and go 115, enter. All right. The same reason I'm going to do this at 3 that I did the walls at 3, because I want to keep it able to scale at all the scales. All right. I would probably do this at 2 if I were an HO scale and not wanting to rescale it. On my width, I do think that I did the first one at 20 before, and we're going to need to check that for sure. If I move to 15, yeah, I think that's good. Yes, we want 20. All right, I'm going to undo it back down to the deck. All right. Now I'm going to bring a transparent box over here, and I'm going to do it at 5. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to pick this up and make sure at 0.5, I'm going to pick this up to 2 because it's at 3. And I'm going to just come here. I'm going to duplicate. This is not as important. And then I'm going to leave spaces about like that. Here. Let's say here, and I'm going to delete it. I want to make sure these are sticking out across all the way. Let's move this here a little bit. Now we'll duplicate and move it. These are raised seams, so we don't want them too wide. Duplicating. Group. Now you got a raised seam roof. All right. I'm going to need 2 of these. Here. And then I'm going to need another Well, actually, that's probably good. Let's just leave it like that for now because we'll duplicate this side. All right, this one needs to be 25. All right. So I got one that's 20 by 115 by 3 and one that is 25 by 115 by 3. I want you to pick this guy up and move it to 40. All right, this guy needs to come up and move to 15. We want to hit shift and have them both. Let's align them. Click this button. And now let's merge them. And we'll click here and group. Now what we're hoping for is that we made a group that will fit nicely. And we did. All right. I say we did. Yeah, we did. All right. Now I want to bring this up. I want to duplicate. I want to mirror. I want to hit the right. Uh-oh. Back to nothing. Now, duplicate, mirror. I'm going to go to the right. Now, all right. Hold shift here and let's group it. Hold shift here, align, and center them. There we go. We can hold shift here and align and center them. All righty then. Now, if I'm not mistaken, let's come over here and see what these measurements are. We're going to cut out these windows. We're going to cut out a recession for this door, and we're going to cut out the opening for our garage door. So this is 30 by 30. I can handle that. Bring a transparent box in. Click the size handles, and here we want 30. Here we want 30. Slide this in to a place that you are happy with. Hold shift, click the model, and group. All right. Over here, the door is 12 by 25. All right, so let's come over here. And let's go 12.5 times 25.5. Now, I'm not going to cut the door out all the way. I'm going to leave a recession. I'm going to go here till I hit that, and then I'm going to push in 2 times. So I'm only in one. Hold shift and do that. And so I'm not making an entire cutout here. I'm just cutting out a place for the door to fit in there. Okay, that shouldn't have been that hard. There we go. You see? Alrighty. Now, I'm going to bring another one in here. I'm going to click here and I'm going to do 5. Click here and I'm going to do 5. Now I'm going to come here. It's up to eye level. Rotate 45 degrees. Click, hold shift, and boom. Now, over here, I want to go 10, 10. Let's come about here, go up to what would be approximate eye level. Grab this one and let's stick it all the way through. Hold shift, click the model, and boom. All right, we got our openings now. We just need to make our white accessories to go around them. All right, let's do it. First, we will come in and probably do, all right, let's go here, block. Let's turn it white. And I know my window openings are 10 by 10. So I'm going to make this one for the window frame 11 by 11. All right. I'm going to make it too wide. And I need to lay it down. D for drop. We're going to make 2 of these. So we'll duplicate at the end. Here. -1 each time. Uh-oh. Undo. Click your model. Duplicate. Make it a hole. Click here and subtract 1 time to 10. Click here, subtract 1 time to 10. Click here, subtract 1 time to 9. And click here and subtract 1 time to 9. Now, click your transparent, pull it up a little, drop it down a little, group it here, and then let's duplicate it. Actually, we don't have to do that yet. Might be easier to do that in just a sec. Watch this. Let's get it back straight. Let's bring it here. And bring it up. Let's push it out 1 time. There we go. Now you want to duplicate it and just push your front arrow where it goes all the way over to the other side. Slide around. There we go. All right. I'm going to have to get a better seat to do this with y'all. Okay. Now, let's take this thing right here and duplicate it. Let's bring it over here and let's swing it around. Let's see how big we made this one. Click here, here. It's 15 by 15. Click here, here. Change this 11 to 15. Change this 11 to 15. Enter. All right. Let's come over here. Let's drop it down. Bring in a red box. I'm going to make this small. It needs to be too tall. And too wide. It's at 20 now. I think it needs to be about 25, but I could be wrong. Let's change it to white. Yeah, 25 is too big. So 20. Wait. Here, here, here. 20. And then we'll bring this here. Let's spin it 45 degrees. 20 is too big. Undo, undo. Click here, and we're going to go 18. Click here, 45 degrees. Yes, that'll work. Here, here, duplicate, mirror, back this direction there. Here, here, group. Here, here. We're going to turn it back to 90. Raise it up here. Hold shift, align, center. There you go. Now we need to do our window frame, our frames for the door and the garage door, and then do the garage doors. All right. Let's come here and let's bring a box. Let's change it to white. All right. Here, we're going to go 13 and 26. And we're going to click here. We're going to duplicate and we're going to do a hole. We're going to come down to 24 and a half. We're going to come over to 12. We're going to come over to 11. Here, here, and shift, and cut that guy out. Now we can just shrink this down to about 2. Put her in place. Now we can duplicate. Bring this one over. Here and here. Now, white door is 12 by 25. Bring in the white red box, change it to white. I'm going to make this 12 by 25. So 12 here is 25. All right. Here we'll make this 2. And then if we bring this here, fits like a glove. Now I want you to click here and ungroup, and here and ungroup. I want you to click here and click duplicate. Now I want you to click here and click the red block here. Then I want you to click here and click the white door here. Then I want you to click here and click the red box. I did the wrong thing. Here, here, and the red here. Now our window's back. And let's do the garage door. The garage door I have as 30 by 30. That's right. So we'll bring in another rectangle. And let's go to 30, 30. Let's change it to white. All right, now let's lay this bad boy down. Uh-oh. 90. And D for drop. Bring in our transparent box. Let's make it bigger than the garage door. And we're going to make it 0.5 wide. 0.5, not 5. I want you to, this door is 2, so I want you to bring this up to 1.5. Get on your door, duplicate, space your slats to your heart's content. Duplicate till you cover the model. There, and group. Now you'll come here. You're going to turn this back to 90. We'll bring your garage door in here where it belongs. And bring it up. I'm going to shrink it a little to make it fit perfect. Because we can do that. And let's drop this down a little and pick it up so we're not underground. There we go. Now, this door can be made functional. This door could be made functional. What you want to do, though, what I want to do before I maybe go into that, is if you wanted to make this functional, all right, what you're going to do is put some pegs out here and some cutouts in your thing. What I would do is I would do this here. I would bring in a cylinder, right? I would turn it this way. I would make the cylinder 2 by 2. All right. Which is probably a little wider than, let's take it to a hole. Put it in there. Bring this over here where it pokes in, and then let's come up to the top. I want you to duplicate that. Bring this over here. Change this one to a solid. Click here, hold shift, and click here. Then click group. You see what you did? All right, you got a peg there. Now, click on this one, which is 2 by 2, right? And we're going to make it 1.5 and 1.5. Now, I'm going to bring the door here. I'm going to bring this. Got the wrong thing. Here and here. Okay. Hold shift in here and let's get it perfect. We're going to align it perfect. All right, there. And I want to shorten this to where they're barely sticking out. Hold shift and group them. You can do multicolor, that way you can see your pegs. And this now will actually, you can actually raise this door up now if you wanted to. And it should, if it prints well, raise and close. You could do the same with this door, except you would need a base bottom here, so you could do a peg on the top and the bottom for a door that swings open and closed. And this is how, okay, so wait, last, before we stop, this is a Gambrel barn. And so what I would have you do is, the way we did this, if you, okay, this should print like that. If we put this door back down, all right, I need to drop this a little. All right, that should print just like that, y'all. If you want it to, then you'll have to come in and do all the white with a brush. All right, if you did this in one deck, you're gonna have to paint the roof. I would do it in red. I'd paint the roof gray and then come back in with a brush and do all the white. You could also, the same way we did a recession in here, the same way we did this recession, you could do that recession for this, these, all the white is what I mean. Okay. So what you do is, if you cut out a recession for this white piece, this white piece, this white piece, this white piece, and this white piece, then you can pull these off. You lay them flat and you print them in white, and then you don't have to come back in with a brush and paint them, right? So you print them in white, then you print this in gray, you print this in red, but you need to do your recessions for these. You got to cut those out. I want to thank you very much for joining us today. I want to encourage you to come back and subscribe, click the bell icon. Next Saturday, we're going to be doing a trackside signal house, if I'm not mistaken. Trackside signal house. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit more detailed than this, but not a whole lot. It's kind of got a cool design because it's kind of more narrow at the bottom than it is at the top, the way those things look. And so we're going to be doing that next weekend. And thank you, Rick. I appreciate you joining us today. And I'm very glad that I have you here. I didn't know if you had stayed in here, or I would have kept talking to you, but I didn't want to make an assumption. And then I didn't want to like check on you and feel bad or make you feel bad if you weren't here. So anyway, long story short, I'm thank you for watching all this with me today, Rick. And I hope that you will, if you want, let me know if there's anything you're wanting to do on Tinkercad for your layout. Just let me know. I mean, because you've been in here twice now, I feel like you deserve it. So if you want, I have no problem plugging in, like if you want a specific type of structure or complex or something like that done, what I'll do is I'll kind of plug it in wherever it goes in the sequence of difficulty. And so if it's something that's not real hard, I can do it here real soon. If it's something more complex and difficult, it'll be a month or two down the road. As it stands right now, I do have like 32 or 33 episodes. Some of them are multi-part. Some of them have more than one thing in one part. Like coming up, I'm going to be doing railroad signs, railroad ties, railroad signals, and telephone poles, I think, all in the same episode. That's going to be coming up in a couple weeks. So we'll be doing some accessory things like that. But like I said, next week, I believe, is the trackside signal house. And anybody who's watching the replay that would like to request that I put something in the playlist series progression, if you'll just leave a comment below and tell me what it is that you're wanting to build, I'll look into it and figure out how to do it and do it myself. What I'm doing is just Friday evenings when I get home. A lot of times I'm here by myself, and so what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll do the model and get ready. So I've got this copy over here, so I can go in and click on my sizes and stuff, because it can be hard to remember how I made everything and stuff like that. So this has been the Gambrel barn. Not to be confused with the bank barn, not to be confused with a prairie barn or a monitor barn. They even have western barns and something else. But we're going to be doing the monitor barn, a more difficult Gambrel barn, and a really cool prairie barn that's huge towards the end. That's going to be a 2 or 3 part series. But if you are watching the replay, thank you very much for doing that. Again, we are pursuing watch time hours, and we're about 2736 now, up 3,000. Once we hit 3,000, we're going to be begging to get to 4. So I just want to keep people oriented. One of the reasons that we're doing this early in the morning is that we are hoping to get replay watches, and hoping that we can add some value to somebody's life. The whole CAD design and 3D printing thing is amazing for your model railroad, and if you do it in the right form, you're not really cheating. See, we could do this entirely in kit form. We can come in here and we can put a base on this model if we wanted to, and then we can come in and slice these walls up. Okay, we can take it all apart. We can make it entirely in kit form, where we got 4 different walls, wall pieces, and these kinds of things. And so one of the things I'm not positive about is how this guy right here is going to print. What you can do, if worst case scenario, if you run this on the slicer and your slicer says this ain't going to work, you could just do supports in here, and they come in and they break off really easy. I don't like printing with supports, so I have tried to do this where you didn't have to. But I enjoy doing these with you and y'all. I enjoy hearing your comments. I enjoy that Uncle John learned something last week. He said he actually learned something last week. So I brought some value to his life, and he like teaches me stuff like every day. So it's kind of cool that he learned something from this series, and I'm enjoying doing it. Like I said, I appreciate you watching, Rick, and appreciate all you that are watching in replay. I'd appreciate it if you share this with anybody that likes Tinkercad that you think might enjoy it, that might not be able to find this video on their own. Sure would appreciate it. If you use other platforms, which I don't yet, if you have a Facebook Model Railroad page or an Instagram Model Railroad page or something like that, and wouldn't mind sharing this video over there for me, I think that'd be great. I am picking up some watch time with these videos, but I'm also picking up some new cool subscribers as well. I got 6 subscribers from the Shanty video, new ones, and I'm very proud of that, and that's good to have new people on the channel. So thank y'all very much for watching today. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you have a great weekend. I appreciate you watching live. I appreciate you watching the replay. I just appreciate you in general. Thank y'all very much, y'all. Take care. That's right. We'll see you next week.